Hey, my Legion, how y'all doing today? It's Super Bowl Sunday today, and I did that the beef jerky review which I did yesterday. Posted today. Well, I did that Friday. I can't remember. Well, I got a couple reviews, and then I'll do my Super Bowl prediction at 6 o'clock, and then at I'll schedule as usual, and then I'll put my main bill at 8 o'clock. Now I want to do a TV show review. Now Fox is uh, Fox is a lot of mid show replacement. They've been doing that a lot with Animation Domination, and they did. I know they did. Bless the Hearts, which a show I couldn't stand. I didn't like the show at all. And then when I was doing lives, they say, "Hey, that's been renewed for a second season," trying to get me mad, but I didn't really care. I didn't care about it. I mean, I tried to watch it. It's just not very good. And then they replaced. Well, I mean, when it first was on, I didn't watch. It was on 8:30, and then they played a show called Duncanville, and Duncanville was great. Duncanville was good, but I don't know. Duncanville didn't do very well at all. But I thought Duncanville was way better than Bless the Hearts. Really funny, and they said that Fox actually renewed that for second season too, despite real low rate. I mean, that was a great show. And then they renewed Blood Heart, which I was shocked by because I didn't like the show. But they canceled Son of Zorn. Son of Zorn was great. My biggest thing, I think Son of May was too expensive. They couldn't get like those people. Uh, I don't know. But Son of Zorn was great, and they canceled that show after one season. It did really well, which doesn't make any sense. Anyways, Son of Zorn was a few years back. I remember they were talking about a new replacement show called The Great North. I guess it premiered in Jan, and I lost track. I couldn't remember when it was going to premiere, so I missed it. And then they said the rest of the episode's going to be like in like a little later on in February, I think. And I watched it on Fox now because that's the one streaming service you can see a bunch of Fox shows on there, which is cool. Well, when I first watched the show, I watched like it was from the makers of Bob's Burgers. It's set in Alaska. I watched about half it last night. I felt I did a bunch of stuff. I ended up going to bed, and I watched the rest today. Well, anyways, I mean, I talk about like how like life is really there's not a lot to do in Alaska. And the guy said, "Boy, you got a lot of stuff done." And it's only 5:30 in the morning. And talking about kids and waking up in the snow, going out on a boat fishing, and just traditional Alaskan stuff. I guess the thing is, there's not a lot to do in Alaska except go to the mall maybe. And like this big spacious areas and stuff like that. I've never been to Alaska. I know my one friend there said it was really expensive when she went there. Anyways, it stars Nick Offerman, and I don't understand. I never was a big Nick Offerman fan. I think he's boring. I never understood how he became like a sorry guy. I think he's so average and stuff. Just like, well, you don't hear from him anymore. There was one guy who used to be on Saturday Night Live called Colin Quinn. He used to host a Weekend Update. He was so boring. Even Artie Lang called him up on that. Colin Quinn, they was talking about him being a replacement host for Cohen. By the end up being Seth Meyer. I'm not a big Seth Meyer fan either, but I mean he's better than Colin Quinn. Colin Quinn was so boring, and Nick Offerman I think is the same way. But you see him all the time in shows and stuff. But he plays the dad, and it's like you're just stuck out in Alaska, and you can't. His wife left him to go to Pennsylvania, but I mean, he's saying everybody his wife was passed away because he couldn't deal with the grief and stuff. And my first show like I watched half it last night. I didn't really care for it. I watched like first 10 minutes. I was like, I ended up doing some other stuff. I ended up going to bed. And I watched it today. I said, well, I want to do a complete review. If I do a show, I want to do a complete review of it. You know what I mean? Unless it was so bad that it's beyond the point of return. And it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't that. I ended up watching with new eyes, and it was better. I liked it a little bit better. I liked it better. Um, from the episode and stuff like that. And I actually laughed 2 or 3 times at the very end. There was a couple really funny parts. Like girl was saying she was doing a talking about Pittsburgh. She's doing a Pennsylvania blog about uh places that'll let you get away with let you get away with shoplifting called the Pittsburgh Steelers, which that was really funny. And I end up thinking the show was decent, average. I don't like Nick Offerman, but I think maybe the characters he's doing like voice work for is okay. I mean, he seemed like he might be a fit for the show. Yeah, I just don't. I just never understood why people, what the appeal was for him. But I mean, I think maybe for the show he's okay. Um, it's an all right show. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. And also, Alanis Morissette is a voice in there. She had this one girl had a married friend, Len, and it's the first time I think she did anything outside of music since like Dogma. You know, I could be wrong about that too. I don't know. Outside of the music career. I mean, I haven't seen heard from Alanis Morissette forever. Like Chuck Mangione became a regular on King of the Hill, who did that one song. I can't remember the song. It was weird though, because Chuck, when back before all this crazy stuff happened, we had Empty Keg, and I pretty much reviewed everything that Empty Keg except salads and stuff. Well, the small ones. And the one girl was playing that Chuck Mangione song that was famous. She said she didn't know who the guy was, and I was going to say Chuck Mangione, but I'm not going to bother them. They're probably all drunk anyways. Let me see Chuck Mangione. Let's see what song he did, because it's going to drive me nuts now. I mean, I give Great North 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, Mangione song. His most popular, because he had like one part. That was a great song too. Must be feel so good. I mean, okay, wait a second. Most popular song, most famous song. Okay, must be feel so good. That's a long song too. I mean, yeah, feel so good. I guess there's a bunch of different versions of it. I can think of Heard That Girl Play with like a 10-minute song, and it was long. But I mean, the way they charge for those digital jukeboxes, that's a good deal. But yeah, I give Great North 7.5 out of 10. It's okay. I might stick with the show and stuff. It's from the creators of Bob's Burgers. Now they did some show on Hulu. I don't have Hulu, called Central Park. I don't know if that show's good or not. But I love Bob's Burgers. Bob's Burgers hooked you right away. This one it didn't really hook you right away. Will Forte does the voice on it though, but I mean just voice work. It's okay. I'm gonna stick with it to see if it gets better. I mean, if I don't see it right away, I'm going to watch on Fox Now. That's pretty cool. So I hope you like this video, everybody. Till next time, please. Did I get behind on the? Okay. Until next time, everybody, please take care of my legion. Very cold out today. Oh, and I almost forgot. Boy, oh my God, I forgot. It's so cold out. I'm trying out this one jacket. I'll mention in the other video. All right, take care. And it's not cold in here. Well, it's cold in here just because you can feel the cold seeping in when it gets really, really cold, even though I have the furnace and stuff like that because the insulation is not that great in the trailer. I'll talk more about this in the next video. I should have done it at the very beginning. I screwed up. So until next time, please, like I said, please take care of my legion.